Hello, welcome in, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Listen, oh, give me a minute. I just like sprinted across the house to grab my phone charger. We are good. Hello, happy Wednesday, happy reset day. How's everybody doing? Yay, Dreamlight Valley. Isabel, hello. Chill Chaos, hi. Lady Danbury. Listen, I've asked you this before. I apologize. Is it bee heist or beast? Like BEAST, or the B is little, the H is big. I don't know what it is. Please tell me again. My little corner, hello. Thanks for lurking. You're trying to do an Aladdin build. Amazing. Amazing. And congrats on the 4K moonstones. How'd everyone do on DreamSnaps? Hi, Anthony, Lucy, Isabel, Chia Christina, hi. You're so glad this is an inexpensive shop week. We're going to talk about it. Don't you worry. Let me turn up the game sound. I know it's not playing for you yet. It's because I haven't clicked over. Momo, hi. Swaggy, Catherine, John, Beast. That's what I thought. I don't know why I second guessed myself, but thank you. I appreciate you. Joey, hello. Ellie, Jess, hi. You got 4K. Congrats, Lucy. Anyone know what Disadventure Camp is? I don't think so. It sounds like, or Disventure Camp? No. I do not know what that is, I don't think. Hi, Kayla. I'm good, how are you? Lady Dimber, you got a glorious 900 moonstones. Fabulous. Sorry, that's probably not what you were hoping for. There's always next week. And I think you were just saying that it was, no, someone was saying it was a cheap moonstone week for them. I need to check my screw shop. As I was getting ready for stream today, I realized I mentioned this on stream and I just never fixed it. I didn't check my Storybook Belle shop yesterday. Let's hope I haven't ruined everything for myself. What if yesterday was the one day that I was going to get everything my heart desired? Well, I guess I'll have to wait another year. Who knows? Who knows? You got 4K on 2 of your accounts. Amazing. 900 for you as well, Anthony. Listen, not to brag, I did get 4,000 moonstones. I was surprised. That's not me being fake humble. That is me saying I threw something together for my dream snap. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever done. It looked fine, but I was surprised that I got 4,000 moonstones. But pleased, surprised and pleased. 900 is still free moonstones. That's true. What if the fence day? I know. I will have to live with that anxiety until I get the fence, knowing that it could have been in my shop yesterday and I just missed it. Got 900. It was a big 900 week. Thoughts on emotional rescue? I've done the realm and I've done some of the star path and you know, I like it. it's fine. I like the star path. I think I might be in the minority where I actually kind of appreciate the fact that the star path is a quicker play this time around. In terms of the realm, the characters are not my favorite. The actual realm and the realm quests are not my favorite, but I still think it was cute. It fit the theme of the characters. I don't have complaints per se. It just wasn't my favorite. Love the fit today. Thank you. We're probably going to be changing it. I did end up buying the Moonstone pack that came with the cosmetics. I haven't looked at them actually properly on my character, so we'll do that. We'll look at the shop. We'll probably be changing into something fancier / newer. I saw that there's the event menu in game, so we'll check that out. The loading screen is taking 10 years. Yeah, we'll look at the DreamSnap theme. I don't know if we'll actually do the DreamSnap, but you know, just the typical reset things. And then we'll either do some questing or some star pathing. I don't know for sure. Let's see.
Good to see you.
Double Scrooge store? Wait, what do you mean? Each Scrooge shop has a different, that's weird that that's how it displays. Each Scrooge shop on each map has a different set of items. So if you have any of the expansions, the Valley will have a different rotation of items than the Isle will have a different rotation of items than the Vale. You love that the Star Pass quicker play? Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. It's helpful for me as somebody who streams the game and doesn't really do a whole lot in the game outside of streaming. It frees up a couple streams for us to do actual like decorating and stuff, which is nice. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and check out the things. You hate that missing a day at Scrooge could mean missing something new. The fact that people like us have 3 shops and don't have everything, yet new items are as rare as unicorns. It is nasty work. Thanks for pointing that out. Yana, hello, welcome in. Okay, let's see. We have, this is the star path. Yes, that's nothing new. Oh, now wait a hot minute. Now, I promise you, I never told a lie. Okay, I know someone has to be able to verify this. I have the whole picture in my thumbnail. I didn't whip that out of thin air. There was a block here for the new event. Did they eat it out of the game? You saw the event tab last night? Okay, I definitely saw it this morning. It's actually next week. They addressed it on Discord. Okay, I haven't seen that on Discord. I knew the items were showing up like on update day, which was weird. But then when I logged in this morning to check out the shop and make my thumbnail, I saw a whole tab. So I was like, I guess they just decided to start it a week early, maybe because the items had already been showing up or something. My apologies. The title and the thumbnail are going to be a little bit of a falsehood, but there's nothing I can do about that. I'll change it afterwards, or I probably won't because I'll forget. But anyway, it wasn't there this morning. It was for me, because I opened my game at 9:15 to buy out the shop and take pictures for my thumbnail, but it's not here now, but that's fine. Next week. Swaggy, I did see the Tiana Dream style. I'm very excited about it. People had it in their reset videos this morning. Okay, yeah. It's fine. We'll get to it next week. This week's DreamSnap theme is Nature Takeover. It's a decor challenge. The theme is Get Wild. This week, your valley falls under nature's rule. Show us the most overgrown, wild, or abandoned part of your valley where nature has taken control. Which is cute. I will say this. No, let me mind my own business. What will I say that's not that? I will say, it's always interesting when we see a week of DreamSnaps where all the sample pictures are avatar free. I don't think I've ever done an avatar-free DreamSnap photo before. I'm not sure if I will this time, but I like the idea of it. What do we think about this DreamSnap theme? Just change new event to a question mark, I guess. You got the first batch of items to spawn, but the second one never came. Yeah, I had a selection of phones around my valley on update day last week, but I don't think anything respawned. Meh, you love it, you like it, love it, already did yours. You did no avatar for the Limitless Landscape theme. I did not, but I don't remember what I... Oh, Limitless Landscape was the one that I think I did an Atlantis-inspired build in Eternity Isle. That one was cute. This is one where I feel like maybe I might try to take a picture in my little fairy area in Storybook Vale, but we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. The shop this week, we have 4 new items. We have this cute pine cone house. I believe this was in the trailer, although I'm not 100% sure. I think it was though. It's cute. It reminds me of a Christmas tree ornament that I got when I was like a wee baby that we still have. I don't know why. It was like a little cottage that had like a pine cone roof. It's cute. It looks very like kind of, I don't know how to explain this. Shiny? Smooth and shiny, kind of, at least in the preview here. Anthony, you didn't submit your DreamSnap for under construction. Oh no, that's yikes. This is the Forest Spirit gown. It's all one piece, which is a thumbs down, but it's cute, so that's a thumbs up. We have this flying butterflies bundle that's giving the fireflies that we have, but they're butterflies. We have the purple ones, we have blue ones, and we have orange ones. Cute. You went broke buying extra butterflies. I'm gonna have to do that for sure. And we have this bread and butterfly. The wings, that's actually gonna hurt my eyes. Bread and butterflies are from Alice in Wonderland. It's cute. I don't think I realized that the like butter is on the underside of the wing. I'm like squinting, my eyes hurt. There was a bonus gift, and then limited time deals. We have the rainy day essentials, which is 2 umbrellas. They're cute. I never use them. And we have this leafy cottage house, which is also cute. I do enjoy this house. You're putting the new house in your fairy village. I just decorated a fairy area. I might have to see if I can swap a house out to put it there or something. I don't know yet. That's everything in Le Shop. So now let me run to Scrooge to buy some extras of the things, and then I'll go actually look at them. Hi, Amanda. Hello. All you got from the shop so far is the butterflies, but you want the butter companion. I like it, but it looks like it also might look creepy. I don't know if that makes sense. Something about the way that it looks blown up makes me think that when it's small, it's also going to be creepy. Let's order some items. Hi, Jazz. Hello. You like the bread and butterflies, but the speed of the wings is what's keeping you from getting it. It looks very much like the little, like, sunbirds or the lovebirds, how quickly they flap their wings. Oh, I should probably get extras of all of this stuff. Now that I'm here, let me do that. Is the texture on the grass slightly off? Wait, on the roof of the one cottage? That's a common point of conversation about the house. It's kind of weird, but I kind of like it. That's my opinion about it. You need to upgrade Scrooge's shop when you place them to DLC areas. They're already in DLC areas when you get the DLC. You just have to do like the little mini quest to actually open it. And I think it's been fully upgraded every time I've done it. I don't know if it's like the same level of upgrade as your main valley though. By the time I got the DLCs, I had already fully upgraded my Scrooge's shop. I would imagine probably it's the same level of upgrade as your main valley Scrooge. Someone please confirm for me if you know. Cat in Wonderland, hello. Okay. So much stuff, goodness gracious. You were gonna do your dream snap in your shire, but since this is in the shop, you're guessing that's the expectation. So you're gonna use your fairy build or Ancient's Landing Secret Garden. Yeah, I figure we'll probably see the premium shop house in a lot of Dreamsnaps this week, but I feel like this week's Dreamsnap theme is fairly versatile. I think you could get away with doing it pretty much anywhere. Love the new house. Don't know why it reminds you of something we could see from Shrek. Oh, interesting. I haven't seen Shrek in so long. Like a very, very long amount of time. Okay. I really like this little vase of flowers. Wait, I think this is the stuff from the house bundle that I haven't actually looked at yet. Inez, hello. Do you need the new Moonstone bundle or do you need the new Moonstone bundle? You're not above buying new Moonstones. I'm gonna like actually look at it in my game, but from the previews, I feel like this season's Moonstone bundle is the best one for me, in my opinion, that we've had so far. I feel like all of the other ones had outfits that were just like slightly off in a way. And from the previews, this one's outfit looks really good, and the house also looks really cute and pretty unique compared to anything we've had before. Okay.
Goodbye now.
No, goodbye, Scrooge. I didn't mean to talk to you again. I'm traveling to an island. Speaking of island, I think there was just like a trailer or two shared for Infinity Nikki. I saw it in my subscription feed. I did put it on. I don't remember a single thing from it though, except, no, that's a lie. I do. Infinity Nikki's update is coming, and I'm pretty sure the place where Nikki goes, where she can build and decorate and stuff, is also called a floating island. I thought that was interesting. And I think they also shared a trailer about the Stardew Valley collab. I didn't watch that one. I just watched the one that was about like decorating and stuff. Okay, let me make sure I'm filtered by newest here. Let's see. Gotta set some stuff down. This was from the bundle with the house, I believe. There. I can also pop that on there because why not? Then we have butterflies. I'm gonna, oh, put them. What in the world? Oh, okay. I thought there were like a bunch of blue ones over there. Seems like they're just hanging out. That's fine. I'm gonna spread them out so I can kind of see them separately. And then over here, I'm gonna put them together. See about mixing them up. There we go. What else do I need to look at? The house. Which is right here, and also here. Oh, whoa, this is bigger than I thought it would be. Or maybe this is smaller than I thought it would be. Or maybe both. The update is on Monday. Will I be streaming it? I'm not sure if I'll stream it on Monday. I do want to play the Infinity Nikki update, but I'm not really sure like when. Okay, let me go there. I was a little concerned by the way that it was showing the building mechanics. I'm not sure it will suit me, but we'll see. Okay, those were the houses. We'll look at this stuff first. Scrooge, 10,000 is a lot of coins for butterflies. I didn't even notice that, but you're not wrong. Okay, here is the cluster of butterflies. They're fairly concentrated, which I don't mind. And even though they spread over, you know, like somewhat significant amount of space, the footprint is small, so you can cluster them together. They're cute. I like them. I'm a big fan of the butterflies that just kind of fly around the valley and the ones that kind of float around Mirabelle. Where are the other ones? These are the orange ones. Also cute. They're larger than I thought they would be. That butterfly is like the size of my face. And then where did I put the other ones? Oh, over here, the blue ones. You've been using the table and chair so much, it's so cute. Mirabelle is now jobless. Oh no. Listen, we still gotta show Mirabelle some love, even though we have butterflies we can place independently now. And here's putting them fairly close together to make a massive swarm of multicolored butterflies. This is a lot. You can kind of overlap them. That's what I did over here. It is a lot of them. You know what I kind of wish they did? Listen, I know I go to critique a lot. Not negatively critique, just like contextually, right? But it's because I love this game. I wish they would have given us the 3 colors and one that had all 3 together. And then we could still mix and match, but we would have one with all of the colors without having so many butterflies. Because if you want all of the colors kind of intermingling, interweaving, you have to have them like super concentrated like this, which is not like bad necessarily, but it would be nice to have the option to not have them like so dense, you know? Yeah, these are from the premium shop, Amanda. It's a set of little butterfly decor items. It's cute in game, but you couldn't in real life. You're terrified of butterflies. My sister is really scared of butterflies. Something about them makes you think of leaves? Really? Yeah, I criticize because I care. And I feel like criticize is technically the correct word for it. Or, well, critique is like the proper word for it, but tends to have a negative connotation. I'm not doing it to be like rude. It's like constructive criticism, you know? They do glow. Oh, I like them more at night. That's so pretty. I could sit here and just look at this for like 15 minutes probably. Hi, Mia. Hello. This is really pretty. I need to add them to my fairy area now. Okay, I'm not going to subject you all to me just staring at that for ages, but just know that I do approve. I do approve. Gonna be so pretty in a lot of builds, I know. Okay, here's the house that's currently in the premium shop. It's this pine cone house. I did anticipate that it would be smaller than this. I don't know that I'm mad at the size. I generally prefer a little bit of a smaller building just because I tend to have a lot of buildings around and it's easier to like make that work when they're smaller. But I think I was imagining it being a little bit more akin to like the little teapot house. This one, it's not. So in comparison, this is the size of it. I know it says like the grid size in the premium shop. That means nothing to me. I don't know, like my brain cannot conceptualize just grid numbers into actual size. So if you wanted some comparisons, there's that house. What's another good house to compare it to? Perhaps like I don't know. The palace. This is the palace. So that's what you're working with in terms of sizes. It's just so brown. It is, but I don't mind that. Because I feel like this type of house, you're gonna have it surrounded by a lot of foliage anyway. That's gonna bring in a fair amount of color, and also it's gonna like blend in, most likely, depending on what foliage you use, and I feel like that's kind of the point. Like design-wise, it's distinct enough that I think it'll catch your eye, but palette-wise, it's gonna kind of blend. I could see them maybe making the actual like bottom part of the acorn, like, you know, where the door is here, then we have this kind of slightly lighter orangey brown. I could see them I could see them making that lighter potentially than the color that it actually is, but I don't mind it. Lady Danbury, why would you say that? I had not made that connection, but now surely I will think of that from now on. Anyway, it's got little mushrooms on the sides, which is cute. I actually really like the back of this. It's giving like witch hat, you know? It's really adorable to you. Maybe you'll get it one day if it ever goes on sale. Very, very fair. I feel like, yeah, this definitely gives me vibes of like placing it with the teapot house makes a lot of sense. Placing it with Tinkerbell's house probably makes a lot of sense. It's definitely in that like fairy core, very like kind of neutral palette, woodsy. Like this would be cute. You can't tell me this isn't cute. But again, like considering these two houses, I think are probably the best matches for this, like in terms of pairing it with other houses. The scale feels a little off because both of these are like pretty small. Even though this is on an archway, the actual home itself is quite teensy. So putting it with these feels kind of like the scale is not quite matching up. Not that all the houses need to be the same size, but y'all get it. You understand what I'm saying? Picking up what I'm putting down. Whoa. Okay. Can I show it next to the Bloss home? I can't. Just actually get rid of you. Remove. And grab the Bloss home. That's that with the Bloss home. Also quite cute. You'd like to put it in your wild glade? You've got an area with all mushrooms and trees, so it would look cute there. That does sound really cute. The scale is not ideal, but definitely the aesthetic, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it to the evening time. Oh, look at the Mickey cloud, so cute. Wait, I didn't realize there were constellations on the floating islands at night. I never play at night. Let me turn it darker, actually. I can't. Well, okay. This is not like the best way for it to be facing for the lighting, but it does light up from inside the windows and then also the mushrooms. The sunbirds go into the birdhouses on the house too, which is cute. I didn't really notice that actually until you said that. Yeah, there's a little sunbird that like flits around. That's cute. There are actually a couple of them. Okay, cute. That is that house. Then we have this little chair, table, plant set, and this house. These are from the Moonstone bundle. See, this is like one of the, okay. I don't mind this because I tend to prefer smaller houses. Sometimes things just confuse me because what, like, the things that we decide to make certain sizes aren't necessarily the most consistent. Like this looks like it should be bigger. This looks like it should be smaller. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is a little like pine cone acorn looking house. This is like a vineyard villa, and it's like the scale is not really giving vineyard villa. I would prefer for it to be this size. Don't get it twisted. I like this size because it's easier to fit in builds and decorate with. But when I look at my character compared to this, it's not giving expansive. It is giving very cute though. Love all the grapes and the vines hanging from it. I love the purple accents and the green on the shutters. Very, very cute. The apples feel a little bit out of place to me, but I don't hate it, I guess. It's very cute. I love this little ladder on the side. I like the little divot under the stairs. That's fun. It's giving small, yeah, which is fine though. Like, I, again, would much prefer, like, if we had the option of having this as this size or this bigger, I would prefer to have this size. It's more just like the inconsistency of sizing things that just feels a little weird. Because, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's not really a world in which I would put this house next to this house for a build, so it's not the best point to make. But if I put these two houses together, this little fairy looking home completely overshadows this house in terms of like scale and presence. Does that make sense? Yeah, the very weird scaling is just what I'm saying. And they do that for kind of a lot of things, but it's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's just sometimes a little bit of a head shake for me. It is very gorgeous though. That was not the menu I meant to go to. You want the house, but you still can't justify 55 USD for the bundle. I get it. I do. That's a lot of money. I buy out the shop, so I need the moonstones anyway. So for me, if I'm gonna buy moonstones, I might as well do a bundle that gives the cosmetics, but I do not blame anyone for not wanting to purchase a very hefty, like more than the cost of the game size bundle that comes with one house and one outfit. I'm gonna look at this first, this forest spirit gown. And it is really cute. It's one piece again. They really do love giving us these fancy looking shoes with full toesies exposed. It's giving the shoes from that one outfit that must have also been a premium shop outfit. You all know the one, I'm sure you do. It's got like, the shoes are separate though, I'm pretty sure. This one. This garden fairy that's like the soles of our feet are just full out. It gives me that vibe. The bacon shoes, stop. Like, it's really cute. I like that the bodice looks like bark. I kind of wish this middle layer also looked like that, because it almost looks like this bodice goes into this middle layer, but the actual texture on it is not the same. That's very nitpicky, but that was just what I felt. Okay, I don't mean this in a bad way, but just walk with me here. The leaves here with the little pine cones, it's giving arts and crafts. It's specifically giving cutting out little felt leaves to make a Thanksgiving turkey craft with your handprint. If y'all live in the US, if you were a kid that went to school here, or if you have a kid that goes to school, I feel like you know what I'm talking about and you can vouch for what I'm saying. The costumes are killing you. Like, what if you want to wear the crown with pants? Yeah. I wish they, like, I don't care if the dress and the bracer looking things are together. Give me the crown and the shoes separate though. It's giving Michael's a bit. It is. It's giving Hobby Lobby. So specific, and also yes. Well, yes. You really wish they'd given us the outfit in separate pieces. I do too. It's very cute though. You know what it gives me personally? It gives me Keyleth of the Arashari, and I'm not mad at that. Do plants, rocks, and vines stop growing in paths if you build the paths? The flowers will not grow on top of paths, but the night thorns and the rocks and stuff, those will still spawn on paths. I'm pretty certain. Actually, maybe not. No, I think they do. Some things spawn on paths, but not plants. Very elementary school to decorate the walls outside the classroom. Exactly. Run in the outfit, it seems square. Coming out of lurk to confirm felt craft accuracy. I don't mean it in a bad way. It's just like, that's what it kind of gives. It's a little bit weird when you're looking at yourself running from the front, but I feel like if you play the game looking at yourself from the front when you're running, I don't trust you. But also running from the back, it's giving bustle. It's giving I got a little poof tied under my skirt, you know? It is really cute though. I do really enjoy it. You always look at yourself. Here's the thing, like, it's not wrong looking at yourself. I just like, you can't see where you're going. That's the problem. Like, how would you know where you're going if you played like this? That's what it is, a bustle? Yeah, it's giving bustle in the back, the way that the booty is moving. You use that view if you're recording yourself? Well, okay. Under very specific conditions, it might make sense. Anyway. Have I had decor disappearing since the update? I had an issue with one gazebo and I had an issue with a little bit of pathing, but someone said the pathing was actually from the last event that we had. I don't know. Okay, that's that outfit. And then we also have the outfit from the bundle that comes with these boots. I love these. I actually feel like they do a really good job with boots in this game. I don't know. Anytime we get them, I'm like, yes, those are cute. We have these ones. We have the Storybook Vale ones. We have the adventure boots that I can't remember if they're actually in the Tangled set or not. If they're not, I just always associate them with that. Those are cute too. We have these. We have these pants. We have this Orchard Harvest top. I really like this top with the vest. But then we also have a skirt, which I really enjoy. It also, okay, I don't know why you would wear the, well, I guess maybe if you were doing Dreamsnaps and you were trying to max tags or something, I don't know. Other than that, I don't know why you would actually wear the trousers under the skirt, but it does clip here. There is a little bit of a weird something going on here with the skirt. I don't quite know how to explain it, but if you look at the stripes on it, they're like angular, falling in an angular manner because the skirt has a bit of like a sharp shape there. It's kind of subtle, not that big of a deal, but just bringing it up. Hi, Decorista. Hello. You love the skirt. I love the skirt. I love how the little apron is like tucked into the belt. It's giving when you're like a kid picking berries or something. And yeah, you just like fold over your shirt or something to make a little pouch to toss things in. I think it's super cute. It moves. Oh. 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 Ow. Why does it do that though? Why does it look like that? Does it look like that for anybody else or just me? The Orchard Harvest top is awesome. The white peasant top goes with the skirt well. People have said that it's broken. I have not heard that, but I can see it. It turns into a Mistborn cloak when you're running in the side. That's quite interesting. It's so cute though. It looks weird like this too. Oh! Listen, I don't care. I do not care. I will pretend I do not see it from here on out. Anyway, that's everything we got going on. Oh, no, the bread and butterflies. I knew I was missing something. Sadness Raccoon, I am going to say goodbye to you for a moment and say hello to the bread and butterfly. The raccoon shredded it, you know, that makes a lot of sense. You love that everything is separates and not a dress. More separates, less dresses. For sure. I also really like that they gave the skirt and also the pants, because not everybody wants to wear a skirt. The pants have some clipping there. It's giving chafing through your trousers, which in these types of trousers is quite the feat. But yeah, I like that they gave the pants as an option too. The bread and butterfly is cute. The wing flapping bothers me less in game than it did in the menu. Yeah. Bothers me a lot less in game than in the menu. I still don't tend to play with the bird companions very much, because I do find them in general more distracting. I assume it probably has the exact same pose as the sunbirds. Yeah. It also is creepy looking. It looks okay. It looks a little bit like Sebastian from The Little Mermaid if Sebastian were a weird hummingbird butterfly that was also in a show that was legally distinct from Roly Poly Oly. Also a little bit like a shrimp. Yes, that's correct. You'll never forgive them for making Aurora and Maleficent's level 10 looks costumes. Honestly, yes. A shrimp with wings. You know what? Y'all aren't wrong. Okay. I will accept that. It equally looks like specifically the shrimp that's had a long, hard life from Shark Tale, the movie, you know? Anthony, I have to speak my truth. I don't know what to say. It's cute though. I like it. Why are the antennae in front of its eyes? Good question. That might be an actual design aspect from Alice in Wonderland. I remember the bread and butterflies, but I don't like look at them all the time to the point where I would remember the exact placement of the antennae. Let me look up an image if I can. No, they're definitely supposed to be on the head. Okay. Wait, why is this so much cuter? Y'all, give me one moment. Let me... Okay. Let me find a window so you can see this. That's zoomed in, but that has a camera on it, which I don't need. Okay. It's going to be a tiny little image on an otherwise black screen. But look how cute it is in this little artwork. And then look at our shrimp looking thing in the game. That's not quite right. But she could have the option to assign it to Alice. That would be nice, although I do like Alice having Dinah. Where'd you go? I thought it was hiding out of shame. Okay, you want it? Yeah. The antennae are definitely coming out of its nose, which is a choice. Okay. That should actually properly be everything. House, dress, butterflies, bread and butterfly. Here it looks normal. Here it looks I think its face is broken actually. Cause look at it here. You can like, the nose is, there's a cavern behind the nose between the eyes. Something about that is broken. Yeah, something about that's broken. Hopefully they fix it. I hadn't noticed it here because I couldn't look at it because of the wings. Hey, kitty. I hope your meeting went well and that your next meeting goes well. You understand the name so much better now that I showed the cartoon version. Oh, yes, yes, yes. It's like a butterfly, but bread and butter. Like, yeah. Okay. You've not thought of roly-poly-oly in over a decade? Well, you should. Also, someone asked about the raccoon. This is one of the mood raccoons. It's from the cozy edition of the game. That's the physical edition you can get. It comes with a Cheshire Cat sweater. It comes with the purple cottage, which you can get from the premium shop. And it comes with these inside out raccoons. There's anger, disgust, fear, joy, and sadness. Oh, Decorista. Now, in the shop, yes, I will say it did look like that. It's fine. Okay, let me get rid of these. And this stuff. And let me see if I can grab, yes, the butterflies. To return them. Stunning. The raccoons are adorable. I do like them. Okay, I'm going to pop back over to the valley. I think I'm not going to wear this. I think I'm going to wear the new dress, actually, though. There we go. I will allow these raccoons to hang out with me. Even though they took away the event tab, we do still have, I think... Yeah, this quest is part of that. So I might grab Joy and hang out for a little bit, and maybe we'll work on the star path a bit. That feels like a good idea. Let me start by finding Joy. Is this the biggest body size displaying the new outfit? It's not. I can show you though. Wait, this outfit or the other one? Yes, the routine duties reset today, which is nice. This is the body that I currently have. And this is what the outfit looks like on the other ones. For the femme frame. The one thing about the raccoons, I don't like the sounds that they make. I feel like we, at some point, we gotta talk about the weird back. The weird back that these characters have, but like it turns into like triangles. What is that? Anyway. The moonstone one. Oh, I can show you that one too. There we go. We have this one here. I will say it's a little weird that this is floating so far up. I get it, but there's nothing in there that would be keeping this hovering, but this is what, yeah, this one definitely feels the angle of this in a weird way. Not the triangle back. The triangle back. I feel like it's not in every single outfit, but it's in the vast majority of them. Okay. Joy. I'm gonna come grab you.
Hey there, can I talk to you?
You can, but not about capture the sun. You would just have to come hang out with me. Perfect. All right, let me drink some of my coffee and actually save my game. I haven't really done anything, but... Sadness is level 10. Quest is bugged for you? Oh no. Messane, hello. Tansy, hello. Okay, we have... Spend time with a villager. We're doing that now. Give a villager their favorite gifts. Make small talk. Okay. I kind of want... Well, we're already hanging out with Joy. I'm gonna actually wait on these two for now, just because I think they said they got rid of tasks with specific villagers, except for Joy and Sadness, so something might come up like this for either Joy or Sadness. So instead, we are going to... Oh, I'm gonna see if that cotton is done. And then I think we'll try to craft a digging potion. And yeah, it would be nice if we could get Dreamlight and Royal Task things filling up all of this. That way we kind of get it all done together. You passed on this week's outfit. You want more mix and match items if you're going to spend moonstones, but you do love it. I get that. I really do. I feel like it's this kind of odd... Maybe not odd, because I do think it's intentional, but there's this specific cycle with the premium shop and DreamSnaps. It's like the premium shop is there to get things with moonstones. DreamSnaps is there to give you moonstones to get things from the premium shop to use with moonstones, and like around and around again, right? So it does seem like a little bit of an odd break or like point of contention in that cycle when we have outfits that is a whole piece like this covering you pretty much head to toe, and you're like, well, I'm probably not going to use that in DreamSnaps because it's not going to be very efficient with tags. You have no idea how people finish the Star Path the first day unless they played for 12 hours straight. I don't know, because we finished the first page of the Star Path on update day. I did page 2, 3, 4, and part of page 5 in like 2 hours on a different stream. So it's a pretty... It moves quickly. I do think it moves faster than a lot of our previous Star Paths. Okay, we need to take a picture of Scrooge's shop.
Is this rain?
And then we need to craft a digging elixir, which I can do inside Scrooge's shop. You know what I feel like we need? To my knowledge, we don't have one. I need a pose that's a thumbs up pose. It's rainy outside, just like the way my heart feels when I go into Scrooge's shop, because he never has anything new for me. Craft a potion you can really dig. You know so many people who finished on day 1 and you're like, yeah, that's just not my ministry. I get it. But sometimes when people finish so quickly, I'm like, well, goodness gracious, like that's wow, 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 wow. But this time around, if someone told me that they finished the Star Path on the first day, I would be like, yeah, checks out. Makes sense to me, actually. Okay. Fish somewhere that's always sunlit. Open up fresh memories. Okay. Let's go on a memory hunt, Joy. And also pop this little elixir in there. Get rid of this. Also, thank you all for liking the stream if you have. I appreciate you so, so much. Oh my goodness, can you all believe that it's almost September? I kind of can't believe it. I'm really excited though. I mean, excited and scared, much like Little Red Riding Hood in Into the Woods. Because the last couple months of the year are overflowing with amazing things that are going to be bestowed upon not just me, but I mostly care about me. Things such as Wicked, the new Taylor Swift album, the new Avatar movie, the new Critical Role campaign, and countless others. I'm so excited. But also, it's like we're almost in 2026, and that does fill me with a little bit of a sense of existential dread, you know? That's a bit of an odd one. You finished on day 3, but it was because you just kept going until you wanted to play something else. Yeah. You could have finished day 1. Yeah. The star path is very much giving. Can be finished incredibly quickly. Like, I think past star paths are like, you don't necessarily have to show any restraint because the game will pause you at some point. In this star path, if you want to have it last, you have to show restraint. You can generally finish in like a week or so, but you're not going to push yourself to finish in a day. Yeah. I think the thing is, though, that like with this star path, I feel like you wouldn't necessarily have to push yourself that hard, though. And that's kind of the difference. You could finish within a couple of days playing fairly casually. You finish a star path in a week if you've really wanted the house. This one being so speed friendly, you wonder if people, or if more people hate it or love it. I would imagine this is all purely rumor and speculation, innuendo and outuendo, but I anticipate that probably more people enjoy this speed of star path, but I think more like the more vocal majority will dislike it. And what I mean by that is I think that this star path is a lot more accessible to the average casual player of Dreamlight Valley. And I think the people that will be giving Gameloft any kind of feedback via content, streams, videos, posts, Discord, those players are not necessarily the average casual player. They tend to be like the more intense, frequent players. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have a change back or kind of a shift, at least in that direction. But I also wouldn't be surprised if more people than we think enjoy this. The guy who wrote Epic is releasing the first song of his new musical. Oh, yeah. I follow Jorge. We're Epic fans in this household. Outuendo, adding it to your toolkit. It is, in fact, a Wicked thing. It wasn't in the movie, which is incredibly unfortunate, but like, and at the beginning of Wicked, when Glinda's like, because there has been so much rumor and speculation, innuendo, outuendo. Let me tell you the whole story, you know, the Wicked Witch of the West is dead, that kind of thing, you know? Reddit reviews would say that it's better for this star path. You don't know still. You think it's still not just right. I think there needs to be something in between still. I can't remember who it was on our last stream that brought it up, but I think that person was really onto something when they said that it should be the same rewards, like the same star path offered, but there should be an option to pick between difficulties, like easy or challenging, where like it just changes either the tasks that it gives you or the amount of time or items that you have to do per task. That way, if you wanted a little bit more of a grindy, challenging experience, you could opt for that. If you wanted a little bit more of a laid back, more easily achievable experience, you could choose that. That person really had their brain going. Welcome back, kitty. You have a bunch of memories from Beast Quest in the Beauty and the Beast realm. Do you need to save those for an event? There is an event, or the Memory Mania that's coming up. You do have to open memories for it if you didn't do it last year. If you did do the event last year, I don't think there's a new task to open a specific amount of memories. I'm not sure. It wouldn't hurt to wait, probably, because the event starts next week and you can just double check. You don't see them doing that, though. Seems like a lot of extra coding just for complainers. Listen. I don't know. Do I see them doing that? Not necessarily, but I don't think it would be that difficult, especially if it was just like... taking the existing things and instead of doing 3 royal tasks, bump it up to 7. Instead of mining for 5 gems, bump it up to 10. So like you don't need to like actually change, like you don't need to come up with 2 complete sets of tasks. You just code 2 separate values for it. Like it would be extra work. I'm not saying it wouldn't be extra work, but I feel like it would be not as much as making 2 completely different things. It would be a lot more player friendly than just adding additional tasks with additional rewards. Because the thing with that is like, I think the goal is to make the star path playable for the average player. Like, yeah, they benefit from people not finishing the star path because then they're more likely to buy the things when they come back to the premium shop. But it's better for player experience if people who want to finish the star path are able to and aren't like locked out because of specifically like time lock kind of stuff. So if you add just more tasks and more rewards, it's still like you're impacting people's ability to get all of the things that it has to offer. We could go back and forth and like move it in each direction between updates for the next like year. That's probably what's going to be happening, but I kind of think it would just be easier to just give the 2 different options. I kind of feels like it would just be easier.
I help you in any way I can.
Let's see. Maybe like purchase the premium star path for harder tasks, because don't they have 2 versions of the star path? They have the regular star path and the premium. The premium you have to buy with the moonstones, but it doesn't change the tasks that you have. It just gives you access to the additional rewards, because there are some rewards you can get if you're doing the star path for free. There are some that you have to buy the premium of. And then in this, it just opens up an additional row. So instead of only having 3 tasks to work off of, you can choose between all 6. That's true too, Lady Danbury. That's why I tend to, in my opinion about the star path, I tend to kind of fall on the side of like, I would prefer an easier, like faster star path, because like I'm going to finish it either way. I don't feel like it's too big of an issue for me, but I'm thinking of people who like, and I'm not saying that none of you are like this, some of you might be like this, but people who have like a full-time job and they have children and they have limited free time, and maybe they just like don't have the ability to play Dreamlight Valley every day or even every couple of days, and like they have other things that they also like have to prioritize or like want to also be able to spend time on, but they also want to be able to do the game. And it's like, I think it's nice for a more casual player to be able to finish something. And if I love this game so much, like I have done so much grinding in this game outside of the star path, like I can just pick up my game and do stuff if I want to. I don't know. not even like a person with a full-time job and kids, but like that to me is like scary. I'm like, mad props to people who have a full-time job and kids. Like, how do you get anything done? But like besides your job and taking care of your children, I don't know. But people who are like full-time students and like doing, I don't know. Not everybody can invest a half hour in a game every day. Like that doesn't necessarily seem like a lot, but it can be for people. And especially when we had tasks where it's like, okay, well now you have to wait until tomorrow. It's like, well, maybe tomorrow I don't have time. That's why I'm playing today, you know? Like school is back in session for your daughter. She's not finishing at the same speed she would during summer break. Exactly. Lots of tears and caffeine. Oh my goodness. Well, yes. I can relate to that a little bit from when I was doing full-time work and full-time school. That was like a lot. Definitely lots of tears, lots of caffeine, not a lot of sleep, to be honest. I need 4 more fish. Let me see if these mining rocks came back. Hi, Lisa Beth Gaming. Hello. Starpath aside, you think Sadness level 10 quest is a close favorite quest for you? Really? And you don't really rock with the Inside Out characters like that, right? You actually read the text? Wow. What a surprise. You just realized what the butterfly reminds you of? It reminds you of the dragonfly from Spyro. I've played Spyro. The last time I played some Spyro was probably like a couple years ago, which should be soon enough or like recent enough that I remember what the dragonfly looks like, but I don't. I'll have to look it up. I actually should play the Spyro games. I bought like the set of them on my PS4 a long time ago, much like I did with the Kingdom Hearts games. I think I've still only played the first one, and I think that was only when I was a child. You remember back when characters would sleep in their houses for a 4-hour block? It took you more than a month to level up Fairy Godmother because the only time you had to play was when she was sleeping. Yeah, that was quite the decision for them to make. It was like fun in theory, but not very fun in practice. I feel like the ones that were always the biggest problem for me were Remy and Ursula, because they would go to bed at like 4 or 5 p.m. or something, and they'd be asleep like all evening. It made it incredibly difficult to get anything done with them. You have 10 Dreamlight to your name. That's actually, I'm a little bit impressed. I don't know how you managed to have like that little Dreamlight. I feel like that is impressive. It's kind of like, this is not a plot spoiler at all because it happens in the first few minutes and also it doesn't actually impact the plot at all. But it's kind of like in, Into the Spider-Verse when Miles gets a 0 out of 100 on his exam, and then the teacher's like, the only way to get no questions correct in a multiple choice exam is to know the correct answer to every question. That's a little bit the way I feel about you having only 10 Dreamlight. Like, I feel like it takes a surprising amount of skill to only have 10, you know?
I'm so glad we met.
Let's say, what else are we doing? We have to go back to Sunlit Plateau and fish again. Oh. Well, thank you. You reference that scene all the time. It's so good. I love Into the Spider-Verse. It's just fabulous. The other day you had a singular 3 missed. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm good on mist, but I felt like I was good on money, and while I still am, the speed at which it's leaving my inventory and going to Scrooge is in fact a little bit concerning. You're geeked that they're officially working on the next one. I just complained about this to someone recently, probably everyone, because I complain about this all the time. It's the fact that we should have had the other movie by now already, because Across the Spider-Verse came out, I think, in 2023. I want to say it was 2023, and they were like, oh yeah, don't worry, the next one will be out in 2024. It's going to be like the shortest time between a movie and its sequel of the like Marvel hero, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. They were like really impressed with themselves. They were like, yeah, it's going to be a quick turnaround, 8 months, something, like, then it's going to be there. We are now a year and a half later, and we're not getting the movie until 2027. You know how much can happen between now and 2027? A lot. All I'm saying is, well, never mind. Never mind. I'm not saying anything, but what I am saying is I need to see this movie. I also need one last purple gem. Wait, does he... Is it Alexandrite? The like multicolored gem from Rift in Time, does that count as a purple gem? You dropped a mill on Scrooge yesterday. Oh my goodness. Got the jungle vine in your shop today. That's the like green nightthorn looking thing, right? I'm waiting for this to pop back up and taking a sip of my coffee. Don't remember what the drama happened with the Spider-Verse, but you know it was mostly done. Then something happened and they had to make changes. I don't know. I know people hadn't recorded their voice lines yet, and then the strikes happened, so they were like, well, it might not be looking good. And then I think they did decide to do like some rewrites or reshoots or stuff. I don't know. I will not be mad though if it's good. Like, I don't know if anything could wound me quite so much as the third and final Spider-Verse movie coming out and it being a flop. Like, currently it's set up to be, I am saying this with my full chest, by the way, you can argue with the wall. It's like keying up to be one of the best film trilogies of all time. So if they needed an extra 3 years or whatever to make the finale do what it needed to do, I will be fine. If it flops, I'm gonna need to talk to someone's manager. I don't know whose manager, someone's. Opals count as purple. Okay, okay. You want the plot to stop ragging on Miles? I feel like that's kind of the point though. I don't mind it because it doesn't feel like it feels like a story of overcoming. Like someone who is very capable, like finding that confidence in themselves. And I don't really think that necessarily people don't think that he's capable. I don't know. I just really love Miles. Miles is one of my favorite fictional characters, I think. He kind of reminds me of my brothers. Hi, Martina. Hello. You think the same way Anthony had to work hard to have 10 Dreamlight, they'd have to work exceptionally hard to mess up the third installment. You know what? You're right. You're right. Hi, Mystical Tempest. Hello. There was an issue with the actor. Oh, interesting. That's still not... Okay. Let me go to the bind. All I need is one more purple gem. Martina, a cinnamon roll sounds so good right now. You liked it in the first and felt like the second was more of a repeat as far as the social aspect went. I felt like the first one was kind of like a coming of age story. Well, I mean, they're both kind of coming of age stories in different ways, but like the first one felt a little bit more like a traditional coming of age movie. The second one felt like a fight the power movie, which I appreciate. Also, like I felt more like, I don't know. I felt like the people actually had respect for Miles and his abilities in the second movie, and that's why things went the way that they did. Like, people weren't underestimating him, and that's where the conflict came from, because they like knew that he could do things if he put his mind to it. I'm being like intentionally incredibly vague because I think everybody should go and watch the Spider-Verse movies, and I want you to know as little as possible when you go into it because it's amazing. My day's going well, Mystical Tempest, and I've been enjoying the Star Path changes. I feel like it well, not yet because I haven't finished it yet, but I feel like it is going to free up some time for me to do more decorating and stuff, which I appreciate. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I think I like it. Thunderbolts is on Disney Plus. Okay, so I don't actually really know anything about Thunderbolts. The only thing that I really know is the fake Captain America from Falcon and Winter Soldier in it. Gems. Do these gems count as purple? The Oasis and the Oasis. You know what? I can already go back to the valley by this point, I'm sure. Yes, yes, he is. Okay. Okay. Does anybody know who FD Signifier is? FD Signifier, if you don't know, is like a commentary creator. He is here on YouTube. He's on Nebula. I think like one of my favorite things that FD Signifier does is he does like really interesting single line movie reviews in like his community posts. I think I saw something about Thunderbolts and maybe the new actual Captain America movie, but that's all I know. You thought about the Star Path while watching Cars? You wish the house was the main building in between the cones and that the cone was given to us as an attraction so we could buy more. I've not watched Cars in a very long time. The way that I dislike Hey Hey is the way, oh, I dislike the movie Cars. Halfway through that sentence, I was like, wait, am I discovering something about myself? I don't know what it is. We may have discussed this before. I don't like Mater as a character. I find him incredibly annoying. I don't like the song Life is a Highway. And therefore, I don't like Cars because I feel like those two things are, in essence, Cars.
That's right.
I don't mind the second Cars movie as much. Is that the one where they're like in England or something, or Europe? I don't know. I don't necessarily mind Planes, even though I've seen it so many times because it was like my brother's favorite movie when he was a baby. Also one time when my sister was doing like a presentations party, she made a whole like tier ranking of all of the different Cars racers. That was pretty cool. Second Cars was more so about Mater. Maybe I'm thinking about the third Cars. Is there a third Cars? Is there a Cars movie that is the Cars equivalent of Agent Cody Banks? Because if there's one of those, I feel like that was the one that I liked. Hey Hey is hilarious. Listen, no hate to the actor. I think he's cool. He does really interesting sounds for voice acting and things. Also, he's in Firefly, which I love. Hey Hey though, not for me. I can't possibly like the second movie because it's even more Mater. Then it must be the third. Again, whichever Cars movie had Agent Cody Banks energy, I think that was the one I liked. Cars 2 was Mater as a secret agent. Maybe I made it up. Maybe I just like Agent Cody Banks. And maybe I was like, oh, secret agent. Like Cody Banks. And then moved on. Because to be fair, I don't actually remember the plot of any of the Cars movies. Except the first one, very loosely. Firefly is the reason that you found your husband. That's cool. I feel like I haven't convinced my partner to watch Firefly yet, and I feel like that's one of my greatest failings as a person and a partner. Like, I might need to fix that. I'm a little bit scared because I feel like it could be a huge flop, but if I'm rooting for anyone, like for any movie or show to be remade, it's Firefly, because I feel like it was done so dirty by the fact that it was aired out of order. And if it had been aired in the proper order, we would have had more seasons and it would have been even more iconic. I really need them to like remake it. Because I want to see where the story could go. Talk with a joyful emotion. Okay, I can do that. Let me just move this stuff around a little bit. Hi, Joy.
Hey there.
Something on your mind, Joy? You know, Tink, this place is really beautiful. I thought that sounded bountiful for a moment. I was like, yes, like my dress. You've done a great job decorating this stream production slot. Oh. Okay. I would like to, Your Honor, can I change from being me to being Fergie? And then can Fergie, as the new potential leader of the Valley, stage a coup to overthrow me from being the ruler, because I'm the real villain here? No one said anything about Dream Production Slot. I brought this up to deepen the lie of my own accord with no prompting. Anyway, you've done a great job at decorating this Dream Production Slot. What's your secret? Oh, wait, I think actually Joy said that, and it just attributed it to me. I think I still stand by it, though. Decorating is my passion. Well, no, I try really hard. I do, though. I can see that. Well, everything you're doing is definitely working. Well, there you go. A big part of Firefly was the cast chemistry, so you don't know if they could do a remake. They could do it. They could do it. You think Joy said it and we've never corrected her? Okay, no. I'm so certain that we brought it up. We were like, you should come to Dreamlight Valley because we have this, like, because it's like our own big dream. Like, I feel like that was the con. We were like, we need to get Joy here. We are doing that by telling her that she can do what she needs to do from there. I don't know. I feel like it was us. I guess I'm gonna do this. We need a mutiny in this. Also, Mutiny famously an amazing part of Epic the Musical. Okay. I think it was fishing somewhere frosty. Yes. Send me to the Frosted Heights. We lied to Joy and we lied to Sadness. We did. Might be time for a Descendants rewatch. I just like the cognitive dissonance of going from you lied to Jay and you lied to Carlos and you lied to me into once upon a time she fought a dragon. Once upon a time the beast was me. It's just very oh, listen, it's fine. I'm pro Dove Cameron. I really am. And at the same time, I am also aware that she was very much in and attempting to be in her musical theater bag then. I truly believe she had a hand in the creation and inclusion of that song in Descendants 3. And I truly believe that it made no sense. Just like contextually, thematically, tonally, to go from that brilliant, Emmy-worthy performance into the most musical theater song you've seen on your TV since Glee, you know? Do I think they'll add live action characters? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure on surveys they've tried to see what people's interest levels were with certain live action properties. I can't think of which ones specifically, but I feel like they have. Lady Danbury, you're not the only one. I really had to double take when I saw her like prancing through the dark forest, twirling and singing essentially an I Want song, a sad I Want song. After the dramatic monologue that was given seconds before. Oh. So the seafood aren't counting, I think is what's happening here. She said, once upon a time, the beast was me. She was so serious, though. Here's the thing. Mal really meant what she was saying. So, like, I guess go on, girl, but, like, she said, it's not your father's fairy tale and it's not your mother's fault you fail. And you know what? That was deep. Snaps and claps for that. You're talking about Zombies characters and Descendants characters? I don't know. I can't remember. I know they've thrown around the idea of like Disney Channel stuff in this game before in surveys, but I can't remember what specifically they were talking about. I do remember, I think a couple surveys ago, they were like, how do y'all feel about Kim Possible? I think that's one I remember. Yeah, Pirates has been in a couple surveys. I remember a lot of people thought Jack Sparrow was going to be in Skull Rock for a while. Kim Possible is a no for you? Wait, why? I need to know. Kim Possible would be a yes for me. Kim Possible and Shigo, but no one else. Okay, 2 more fish. We need Rufus as a companion. Hard pass. You just want others more. Okay, I respect that. I'm not a Rufus truther. I don't know. Maybe if I watched it again, I would feel differently. But just my recollections from seeing it as a child, I don't think I'm a Rufus truther. Spend time with a joyful emotion? Well, look at me. I'm doing that as we speak. And this is actually what I was aiming for, because now pretty much everything has to do with royal tasks. I mean, well, doing one royal task will get... Anyway. It's fine. And spending time with Joy. We just had to do one thing. Sell 5 fruits. I can probably do that pretty easily. You've never seen Kim Possible? It's good. Also, that was in the era when Disney Channel theme songs were chart-topping radio hits. Oh my goodness. I don't know if they were actually topping charts, but in my mind, they deserved to be topping charts. Like, they were the pinnacle of music. They were really good. Dig up a vegetable, wait, a root vegetable with many eyes. Interesting that it says dig up, because that's legit just planting potatoes and harvesting them, right?
You are cute and fluffy, like Stitch.
For some reason, we have the modular dragon twice in our inventory now. Interesting. Potatoes. Those, actually, I think they're in the Forgotten Lands. If I'm not mistaken. You're still stuck on the Emperor's New Groove. You know I'm Team Yzma, but you want the whole crew. I would not be opposed to the whole crew. I just feel like if Yzma wasn't added in the first batch of characters, I would be upset. I think this is just 15 potatoes.
Whoa!
The Girl Meets World theme song was amazing. Would I be aging myself too much if I said I've never heard the Girl Meets World theme song? Because I haven't. I don't think I know for a fact I've never watched an episode of Girl Meets World. I have seen one scene specifically because of CB3, and it was the scene where they were doing like, I think, actually, now that I think about it, I'm not even confident that that was Girl Meets World. It feels like it would have been. Was there a day? No. Because I feel like I know who was in Girl Meets World, and it was... No. This must have been the That's So Raven show. The sequel That's So Raven show. There was like a dance-off or something. I've never seen anything from Girl Meets World, actually. Brandy, thank you for being a member for 10 months. Hello, hello. I appreciate you. This is why you have a farm island with all the crops just ready grown. Just have to go and harvest. Yeah, I know that makes sense. I just don't necessarily mind having to grow a few for a star path because I usually have other stuff that I can do in the meantime. Especially now that we don't really have time-locked things. It's not too big of a deal for me. Mine for white gems. The dance-off was embarrassing. You know, I don't know what word I would use to describe the dance-off, but what I will say is that it gave us that CB3 skit, and that has provided me with so much joy in life. So I'm very grateful for that. Thank you for the sip reminder, Lucy. I think part of, okay, this is in no way hate to anyone, because obviously Hannah Montana theme song sung by Miley Cyrus, amazing. Wizards of Waverly Place theme song sung by Selena Gomez, amazing. Sunny with a Chance theme song sung by Demi Lovato, amazing. But I think part of what made the era before that so iconic with the theme songs was that they weren't trying to make their actors pop stars. They were just actually hiring pop stars to make their music. You know what I mean? And it really worked. Nice. Okay. What other gems count as white? Do the opals count as white, or do they count as purple? I feel like they count as white, but maybe I'm lying. Opal is white. Okay. That's what I thought now seeing this, but I thought somebody told me before when we were looking for purple gems that they counted as purple gems. They could count as both, which would technically kind of make sense. Okay. The raccoons scurrying after me are actually a little bit frightening in a way. What was my reaction to the engagement? Oh, my reaction was mostly I was surprised that I saw it from an actual notification from Taylor's Instagram, because that's the kind of thing that I would typically hear secondhand. But I actually saw it kind of right away from the source, which was kind of fun. I mean, I've been listening to Taylor Swift as long as Taylor Swift has been making music, like, publicly. So that's kind of exciting. But other than that, like, I'm pretty much an enjoyer of Taylor Swift's music and not so much a speculator or spectator of her actual personal life. So, like, I think it's cool. We love love. I do think it would be like a very bizarre experience to have pretty much the biggest news that people are talking about in the world be the fact that you got engaged. That feels weird to me as like a person who's not her, so I can't even imagine how it feels as a person who is her. Send me back. I'll react. Hello, hello. Fame is so strange. Like, fame to me is scary. Like, I would never want to be like, no, I would never want to be famous. Not in a million billion years. I actually don't know how long these potatoes take to grow. 35 minutes. That's not bad. Well, that's, I guess, sweet to say, Anthony, but also, like, I don't know. Untrue? All right, I gotta wait for those to refresh. Mine in the peaceful meadow, harvest cocoa beans, harvest coconuts. My belly is rumbling, so I'm sorry if you hear that. I'm fine. Take cocoa beans, thank you, and we'll go down and grab some coconuts. You've watched the Eras Tour about 1,000 times on Netflix. You know what I need and what I'm surprised hasn't happened? Well, maybe I'm not that surprised. I was really hoping that after... Okay, so I saw the Eras Tour in person, but I saw it before Tortured Poets came out, so I didn't get a TTPD set. I know there are lots of like recordings of the set online and stuff. I was just really hoping that after it was added, Disney Plus would take footage that I'm sure they have, like professional footage of her performing that set, and that they would add it like to the Eras Tour movie. Because I don't know, I just want that. I'll react. You just started Disney Dreamlight Valley. Oh, amazing. I hope you're enjoying it.
Wait to explore everywhere.
Hey, Sadness.
Oh, Joy takes such good care of Riley.
Did you want something? I just wanted to see how you're feeling. Are you feeling sad? Actually, I feel pretty happy. You do? Oh. I should go get Joy. Oh, okay. Oh goodness, it's all right, girl. Craft any refinement item. That's an interesting phrase, but I guess that's like bricks, glass, ingots, like that kind of stuff. Okay, let us pop back up and see if the mining rocks have refreshed. Just checked your Scrooge shop and finally got the floral braid hair. Congratulations. That's one of my favorites. I love that one. Wait, you've been playing since almost the beginning and you just got it? Oh my goodness. That's scary, but I'm glad you finally got it. Martina, do not do that. Sadness is kind of cute, but I don't know. Sadness is like kind of how I picture myself, like equally adorable and annoying. Which, I mean, vibe. I love her for that, but also like I don't. And that's kind of the whole point. You suspect we may get something to do with the tour after Showgirl is released? Possibly. Maybe a documentary, maybe. I still just need, wait, just give me a TTBD set. Please, please, please. A documentary would also be cute. We had a concert near where you live, but as soon as you went on Ticketmaster, the tickets were sold out. That was a whole debacle. My sister was the one who went through that whole process and got us tickets. I'm glad I didn't have to experience that. That, like, the whole ticket purchasing, like, Ticketmaster, all of that, so much. Cook a perfect dessert. I might have some of these down here. I'm not annoying. I am a little bit. I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing. I'm not saying that in, like, a demeaning way. Like, there are a lot of people that I think are fabulous and also a little bit annoying. I don't mean it in like a self-deprecating way. Perfect dessert. I have some of these in my pocket, so I'll probably just do these actually. Okay, let's go. Wait. I only cooked 2? Anyway. Okay. Dessert. Star rating. One more. Amazing. Look how many tokens we have. So many. I think I'm going to go ahead and craft some refined items. We'll run over to Scrooge's shop for that, I think. Okay, Mike, why would you do that? Just screams immediately when I run past. Oh, look at Dinah in there. Look at Aurora and Peter and Alice all, oh, and Oswald. All just as close as 4 imaginary characters can be to each other. Is there something that I specifically need? I think I could go with some gold ingots. There we go. Spend time with a sorrowful emotion. Well, she's gonna have to wait because I'm already hanging out with Joy. And now we will go and fish in the Forgotten Lands. Hello, little bunnies. You need a Zombies rewatch? Every now and then I feel like I should rewatch Zombies and then watch the sequels, because I watched the first one and I think I watched part of the second one, but I certainly didn't finish it. I didn't watch the third one, but the third one is the one with aliens, right? I feel like whatever the song is where the aliens are invading, a banger. My sister used to play that in the car all the time. It's really good. And then the fourth one just came out, right? I feel like I've made this comparison before as well. I mean this in a positive way, more positive than the thing that I'm going to be referencing. I feel like I admire Zombies, the franchise's commitment to adding a new occult in every installation. It very much gives me Once Upon a Time, where every season there's a new curse, but more fun, a little more spicy. Am I a full Disney adult? I mean, I don't necessarily know that I would consider myself like the idea of like a quote-unquote Disney adult. I do really enjoy the movies. I generally watch the new things that are put out. I have been to the parks as an adult before, but I don't go regularly. I do really enjoy the parks though. Your daughter said the newest one is her least fave. I mean, the new one, from the little bit that I've seen about it, feels kind of like the Zombies version of Descendants Rise of Red, but like a little bit different because I feel like the original, okay, no, it feels more like what High School Musical 3 was attempting to be, in that it's got the original cast, but it also brings in like a new crew of younger people who are like, I think, meant to be carrying the franchise from here on out, which is what I believe they were originally trying to do with High School Musical 3. So creative, but also for how long? Yeah, like I feel like at some point it's gonna get a little wacky. Like, at what point are we out of occults that make sense, and are we trying to fit like Bigfoot into zombies, you know? It's giving Once Upon a Time there's a new mythical creature every year. Exactly. I don't hate it though. It's kind of camp. It's kind of fun. I don't think that Zombies takes itself too seriously, so feels kind of fun. Fine for square gems. Okay. Apparently number 5 is going to be mermaids. How? Oh, well, I guess I was going to say how, but then I remembered Aquamarine exists. Actually, I should watch Aquamarine again. Aquamarine is such a bizarre experience to me as an adult because I saw it when it first came out, and I remember thinking that the girls were so grown up. I think they're like 13 in the movie. They were babies. And I was like, oh, they're so old, they're so mature. Like, no, they're children. You love the new Joy and Sadness house? It made the city you've been trying to make over on Ancient's Landing finally work for you. That's amazing. Yeah, it gives strong Ancient's Landing vibes to me. That's you with Mean Girls? I could see that with Mean Girls. I saw Mean Girls when I was, yeah, younger than I was when I saw Aquamarine, because it came out before Aquamarine came out. But in Mean Girls, they were like 16 or something, right? So it's like a little bit different. I can understand how I thought they were like grown up. You're doing a valley visit at Lady Danbury's and it's amazing. Wow. We love beautiful builds. I don't think any square gems spawn here, but they do in the mines. You used to think the opposite if you watched a show and thought the characters were so much younger and you were just older by a year. I don't think I really had that experience at all. You thought they were like 25 in Mean Girls? They were not. I mean, well, the characters were high schoolers, The actors, I don't know about Rachel McAdams, but I think Amanda Seyfried and Lindsay Lohan were teenagers. They probably weren't like 16, but I think they were probably like still teenagers. Yeah, Rachel McAdams I thought was older because she was also in The Notebook. Like, she filmed them back to back or something crazy like that. Which is such a 180. Regina George to Allie, what's her name? I'm actually really impressed that I remembered. I'm pretty sure her name is Allie. I've only seen The Notebook once. Oh, I keep seeing Joy glowing with the blue, and I think there's an item in front of her for me to pick up. Has that happened to anybody else, or is it just me? Like, the glow around her kind of looks like there's a sparkling item for you to grab. Misleading glow, exactly. Because look, it's like the exact same as the items. Okay, mine. Did I imagine that there's a Bring It On the musical movie being made? I think I might have made that up. If I did, I want it to happen. I also haven't watched the Bring It On movies in quite a long time. But I used to think, oh my goodness, listen. I used to love the Bring It On movies, but like the bad sequels. Like, don't judge me too harshly. I was a child. Now as a grown person, like I was a kid, I was like, the original Bring It On, old. I was like, that's a vintage movie. The new Bring It On sequels, cinema. I loved them. Now, as a person with better taste, I'm aware that no, actually, like the sequels, they're not really all that. But I really got into them back in the day. You loved the first one? The first one is a classic. Bring It On, you thought that was a Descendants song? The Descendants song that I think you're thinking of, I believe is called It's Going Down. Give the sea turtle critter their favorite food. Collect some shoreline shellfish. Shoreline shellfish. But Bring It On is a series of cheerleading movies. I don't know how many there are, 4 or 5. I think I've only seen the first 3. No, 4. I always forget the second one exists. The second one was not that iconic to me. I don't even really remember that one. 3 and 4 were the ones that to me were iconic, and I am just going to have to carry that shame for, you know, the rest of my life, but it's okay. Let me open you. Cool, and open you. Okay. Move these. Also replace you two now that you've reached max level. Christmas in August. Also, I'm done hanging out with Joy, so let me go find Sadness. Sadness bestie. Oh, there you are. Shadowcat, hello, hello. K-pop Demon Hunters versus Descendants versus Zombies. Who's winning? Not zombies. But between the other two, it depends on like how we're like what are we comparing? I'm also going to drop these fish in the little chest by Moana's boat and maybe drop these gems in my house to empty my inventory a little bit. Lucy, I've never watched Buffy before. Never watched Buffy. Fish? Away. I'm probably gonna just sell these, to be honest. Criminal? Really? It's a sing-off.
Howdy.
I mean,
Oh.
I mean, the inhuman notes that are hit in the song Golden and the mechanism in which they're hit kind of deserves a win on its own, but having two vocal powerhouses, Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson in Descendants, wait, no, three, and China Anne McClain means that I think Descendants has to win. I don't know. Hi, Hannah. Hello, hello. You remember the Step Up movies being your whole life? I saw the first one and I thought it was fine. I wasn't that into it as a kid though. There was Christmas decor at Costco. Burn it with fire. That's simply unacceptable. Wait, no, those are shiny. And that's full. Noted, noted, noted. Onyx. Topaz and sapphire. Okay, there we go. Oh, and ruby. Stunning. Your birthday tomorrow? Happy early birthday. I hope you have a fabulous day. That. Okay. The rest of this I can keep in my pocket. That's fine. Chrome, hello, welcome in. Have I seen Freaky or Friday? I have not. I probably won't see it until it comes to Disney Plus, and probably, if I'm being honest, not even then. It'll probably be months afterwards. K-pop Demon Hunters has better songs. Choreography probably goes to Descendants. I mean, okay. K-pop Demon Hunters also, to be fair, was made like this year, and it has like a handful of songs. The Descendants movies between them, so many songs. The ones in K-pop Demon Hunters are more radio friendly, but they're trying to be more radio friendly. But Descendants gave us If Only, which is probably one of the best Disney Channel ballads. Also, it gave us Chillin' Like a Villain. An absolute, like, dance bop. And it gave us The Space Between. Oh my goodness. Listen, there are too many songs. The choreography was amazing. It's too difficult. I can't decide. It's a tie. But Soda Pop, I feel like this is a space that's safe enough for me to say that Soda Pop might be my least favorite song from K-pop Demon Hunters. Where's my seaweed? What's My Name? Also a bop. That's the one that I sing the most, probably. Yes, sea turtle, their favorite food. Guess what, sea turtle? It's your lucky day. Soda Pop is at the bottom of your list too. I don't know my ranking of K-pop Demon Hunter songs, but actually, Strategy, the song that Huntrix doesn't even sing, it's sung by Twice. It's like the equivalent of B-roll, but the audio version of that in the movie for like a scene. It's way up at the top. That song is so 90s. I love it. You hate how she looks when she goes bad, but Audrey's song in Descendants 3. I don't hate how she looks when she goes bad. I think the hair looks better when she's evil, but I kind of hate, because like in the first Descendants movie, they just kind of let her have her normal hair, which was cool. The second movie, she was just like absent for some reason. The third movie, she comes back with like stripy hair. It was giving like what the girls were giving in the end of the 90s and the beginning of the 2000s. It's like what I call Avril Lavigne hair, you know, that it's like the chunky strips of like highlight. It's not my personal favorite look. She had that, but with like pastel blue and pink, which I understand was a play on Sleeping Beauty. It was unnecessary. The wig was wigging, but the wig didn't need to be wigging the way it was. Let me catch these snippets quickly. Up here. Oh no, there we go. Cast around for seafood, mine for opal gems. I wonder if these potatoes are done. I could also just mark that off. That's fine. It'll work towards the Dreamlight, even if it's not working towards a royal tasks situation. All right. I'm going to go fish around in the glade first, because that usually has a lot of seafood, and then I'll go check on the potatoes. Actually, they're fine. They're not ready and they don't need to be watered. The way they changed her look was jarring. It was a surprise. She went away as old Belle and came back as new Belle, you know? A memory! Lady Danbury, in the sense that there was a drastic change. We love old Belle and we love new Belle, but those are not the same person. Actually, RIP old Belle. Go Ranger. Okay, give me some seafood. I think I misplaced my old Belle thing. I still have it in my OBS, but I think I moved the video file, so I don't think I have access to it in OBS anymore. We need the compilation again. Let's see if I can find it. I was trying to be like a responsible person and like organize things a little bit in the folders on the computer, so I think I was moving some things around and I think I lost old Belle. Let me see. I'm gonna quickly transition. It might be the old Belle video, it might be a blank screen. We'll see. There's only one way to find out. I think it's a blank screen. Actually, is there a way for me to figure this out without turning it? Let me see. Oh, it's there! It's gonna say starting soon. I'm not going anywhere. We're still streaming. Wow. The memories. Welcome in, everybody. What a time to show up when we're looking at our Belle tribute. The thing is, you all can hear what I remember being incredibly heartwarming music. I can't hear it. Hopefully it's good, though. R.I.P. Old Belle. I hope your shoulders are shouldering wherever you are. Imagine if I got a raid during this, that would be so funny. The slideshow at the beginning of Spider-Man Far From Home. I don't remember that. When I think of like dramatic, cheesy slideshows, I specifically think about Dre from Blackish. Old Belle. August, a year ago? Wow, what fortuitous timing. The 1-year anniversary of us saying goodbye to our beloved friend, Old Belle. Yes, the dates. Wow, I didn't even know that. That was just really convenient. All the old facial expressions, yes. For me, it's the fact that I actually went out of my way to do a photo shoot with her specifically just for that montage. Most of those pictures were not just existing fun pictures. Like, I intentionally took them for the slideshow. Rip to her shoulders, I know. What was the funny video that I played a few weeks ago? Oh, I think it was, if it's what I was thinking of, it was the trailer for The Sims 4 Love Struck, where they were doing their sensual dancing. I feel like I don't play a lot of videos on stream, so I think that's what it was. And that was during a member stream. We got really off topic. You need to see it again. I don't know if I can find it. I don't think I can play it today because I don't monetize my member streams. Well, I mean, I think some of the old ones are monetized. I haven't monetized them for a while. But yeah, so I don't have to worry about copyright, but I think The Sims would come for me if I put a clip of the trailer in my like public stream. What do you search? Sims 4 Love Struck trailer? It's either the reveal trailer or just like the announcement trailer or the regular trailer. I can't remember which one. Sadness was trying to trap me. 15-minute seafood is... I guess I could just use an elixir. This is probably not the smartest way for me to do this. Let me take that. Fish here, because this should give me a squid. Oh no! Also, thank you for liking the stream, everybody. If you have, I appreciate you. I mean, I appreciate you anyway for hanging out, but a little bit extra for liking the stream. Okay. Seafood. It needs to be watered again? Goodness gracious. Let me do this. Bye, Aces. Thank you for hanging out. Mine for oval gems. Passed around for seafood. Let me do a bit of mining. There are no oval gems. Well, I don't imagine the diamonds count as oval gems. If we're going off of the, granted, odd descriptions of the gems, the diamonds feel like they would be circular gems. Okay. So we have some ovals here. Hey, Scar.
Must everyone there be so...
Ooh, I have a question. This is very serious business. Imagine a world in which we got a DLC next, where we get 3 starting characters. 1 hero, 1 villain, 1 sidekick. Who would you want those 3 characters to be? That's a good question. Let me know, let me know. Max growled at Scar the other day and Scar was so unbothered. I actually feel like I haven't seen Max wandering around recently. The pressure of the question, it's a good one. Kronk, Cusco, and Yzma. Wow. I mean, checks out. Also thematically consistent. It doesn't necessarily have to all be from the same IP, by the way. If I had to pick hero, villain, sidekick. Also, for clarification, for hero, I will allow, if it's a movie that's like a prince or princess movie, I will allow either of like, okay, this, we already have these characters, so it doesn't make sense. But for instance, if we were talking like Aladdin, I would allow either Aladdin or Jasmine as like a hero. If we were talking like Tangled, I would allow either Flynn or Rapunzel. You know what I mean. Either partner in the partner pair counts for these purposes. I feel like I would want... They're going to make no sense together, but that doesn't matter to me. I would like... Snow White, Cruella de Vil, and as a sidekick, I'm not really a fan of most sidekicks, to be fair. Maybe like... I was gonna say Pacha, but I can't say Pacha because I can't get anyone before Yzma. Charlotte from Princess and the Frog. Cruella, Snow White, and Charlotte. It's giving gatekeep, gaslight, girl boss, and I don't know who is who. Just give me this one. No, give me the small one. You're thinking so hard about this? Yes, me too. Madam Mim, Princess Eilonwy, and Kronk. I approve, actually. I kind of wanted to say Princess Eilonwy, but... Princess can count as heroes, Lady Danbury. Yeah, it could be any Disney IP. Hercules, Madam Mim, and Smee. Ooh. Ida, Pegasus, and Cruella. Naveen, Facilier, and Charlotte. Well, yes. You need Doug from Up. Listen. Between Doug and Mater, I'm not sure which one I dislike more. I understand Doug is apparently a fan favorite. I personally don't get it. Oh, what a close-up on the raccoon. Give us all the Cars characters? No! Hercules, Sid, and Baloo. Oh my goodness. I was a little bit like, I don't know. Obviously, I really want Atlantis characters, primarily Milo and Kita. No, I changed my mind. I don't want Charlotte. So, no, it's not that I don't want Charlotte. I just don't want Charlotte in this context. In this context, I would rather have Audrey from Atlantis. But Snow White, Cruella, Audrey. Yeah, slay, slay, slay. I don't know. I really think it would be fun to have Hercules and Meg in a realm together. I really do want a Princess and the Frog realm, which I think should have Naveen and Charlotte, if you're asking me. And we all know that I feel like Milo and Kita should be free for all players in an update that gives us story expansion that actually like talks about the ancient civilization, because what's up with that? No takesies, backsies, fine. It can be Charlotte. Can we add a companion option? Because Pascal, for yours, a sidekick who could be a companion. That's fair, I'll allow it. Another day, another stream in which Miss Thing Ma'am Honey Bun is wearing the latest premium shop eye offering. Well, yes, I gotta show it off. I gotta model the fit while I'm doing assorted Valley tasks so everyone can see what it looks like in action and make an informed decision when purchasing, you know? Yeah, this was a DLC question. You cannot get a do-over. No do-overs allowed. Oh, Alexandra, I think it was you yesterday. You should be proud to know that I finally listened to Subway by Chapel Roan. It's really good. Now, some people will get this. Subway is the slightly more classic rock inspired version of Conan Gray's Vodka Cranberry, which is the more folksy version of Subway, you know? They're two sides of the same coin is what I'm trying to say. Just one is more slightly classic rock inspired to me, and one is slightly more like folk inspired. I really liked it, by the way, probably because I really like Vodka Cranberry. It has actually been my song of the summer, which is depressing, but true. We need Sebastian as a companion, but he must walk sideways at all times. Oh my goodness. I feel like that would be terrible. That would be so scary. I will listen. I did not think that the live action Little Mermaid was that bad. The underwater scenes looked bad, but I do believe they would have looked less bad if Avatar: The Way of Water hadn't come out so recently, but the underwater was dark and drab and boring. That's just what it is. Some of the scenes, like after Ariel gets her legs and like is on land, I feel like truly good, really great additions to the Little Mermaid story. The way Sebastian looked and Flounder, nightmare fuel, really scary. You're home from work. Nice, Isabel. I don't think I know that song, Rebecca. Do we think we're gonna get Cinderella in her ball gown? Now, this might be a little bit of a silly question because of the fact that we have already seen her in her ball gown in way, way, way old promo material from before early access. But just because we saw her in her ball gown, I feel like they completely remade Belle after people complained about it. I feel like they could have reworked her, especially if they're doing something where they're trying to add like the fancier looks as dream styles. So I kind of wonder if we are going to get her in her ball gown or if she'll be in something different. Sebastian is hideous, but Hallie's singing pays off. Hallie's singing is so good. I'm so glad that some movies are deciding to cast like people who have a strong singing background in musical movies, because we need that. We deserve that, in fact. You want both looks? I want both looks too. It's a modern progressive retelling of the Disney princesses. Oh, interesting. It's been 3 years. There's no way her model is still the same. Yeah, I feel like they would have changed it, but I don't know if they would have changed the outfit, you know? She would be the only... Wait, am I mistaken? Because I feel like she would be the only princess that we got in... Ooh, like a super formal look. I mean, I know it doesn't really apply to all of the princesses, but like, for the most part, when we've had the princesses added to the game, they've arrived in pretty casual looks. I mean, Sleeping Beauty is the exception, but she came with her, like, cottagey dress at the same time. Yeah, apart from Aurora. You got 900 on your DreamSnap. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Like, how much effort did you put into it? Because if you just threw something together, 900, not bad. If you spend a lot of time on it, 900 can be disappointing for sure. Are we getting poor girl Cindy or rich girl Cindy? Actually, you know what? Remember that Cinderella live action that they made with Camila Cabello? Here's the thing. I wanted to like that. I'm mad it was a jukebox musical. I didn't know it was a jukebox musical before I watched, like, before I sat down to start watching it. Like, I was watching it and I was like, I know that song. But they, like, wrote an original song for it too. So it's like, I don't know. I kind of don't like jukebox musicals for the most part. I'm not a fan, except for, like, Across the Universe, the Beatles movie, and, like, kind of Mamma Mia and maybe American Idiot. But for the most part, like, I don't think they work that well for me. Like, there's something to forcing songs to fit a story instead of writing the songs for the story that just doesn't... It doesn't do what it is feeling like it needs to do. Oh, those are ready. No Moulin Rouge. Now, okay, Moulin Rouge, I have only seen once. It was many years ago. I remember liking it, but I don't remember it enough to say whether, like, I think it works that well. I know a lot of people like it, though, so I'm tempted to say it probably does work quite well. Wait, what? That I've only seen Moulin Rouge once? I have. Is Jordan Fisher still in Moulin Rouge? Feed the sunbirds their favorite food. I did see a Clueless musical off Broadway. That was a jukebox musical. I felt like it worked okay. There are, like, some times that I feel like it does, but, like, I feel like it's kind of few and far between. Like, a lot of times it feels like you're, like, forcing it. Like, sometimes still certain songs in Mamma Mia, I'm like, like, you're making this, like, song that's like a love song about, like, a dad and a daughter, and it's like, I get it, but, like, I can't ignore the fact that this is a love song, and, like, this isn't what, like, what are we doing, you know? You've never seen Moulin Rouge, Anthony? Okay, everyone pile. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. It's okay. That's perfectly acceptable. You know what I said the other day to my partner? I said something about a Belle of Shame, and he told me that that's, like, a Game of Thrones thing. I've never seen Game of Thrones. I just thought a Belle of Shame was, like, a thing. Thanks for lurking, Lady Danbury. Anyone know what the deal is with Get Nostalgic? What do we have to do? I think... is that the one where we have to finish the memory from the event? Wait, no, it's not what, Kitty? Oh, I have to feed them their favorite food. Okay, that is my bad. Okay, that bird likes pink flowers, I'm pretty sure.
Gotta love a place where you never know what happens.
Oh, it's not okay. Okay.
I could use a helping hand over here.
They want us to get nostalgic about the Moana dress. Don't remind me. Hi, Hi, Cassie. Hello. Actually, I can check this now while I'm here, I think. Village. Friendship. Collection. Yeah. This nostalgic, I think, is... So on the first day of update, there were these little phones that were spawning. I think this task is when you find those phones, they give you a memory orb. If you finish that memory, it should check this off. That's the vibe that it's giving. Where is this sunbird that wants the pink flowers? Oh, there you are. You still believe that when I eventually watch it, you should record the reactions to certain episodes? I don't know. I feel like incredibly vulnerable when I watch. I'm incredibly like emotional about things. Like I'm surprised I haven't broken out into absolute sobs watching some of the movies that we've watched before updates and stuff. I do truly believe if we had an Inside Out watch party, I would have ugly cried, but it was, I guess, a good thing for me that I ended up not being able to stream that day because it would have been bad. It would have been bad. You think that I'd be a great React content creator? I mean, maybe, but I don't think I would really do that, partially because that kind of editing, I don't think I would enjoy, like editing down reactions. And also now is famously a really bad time for reaction content creators because I think YouTube has kind of intensified a little bit on how aggressive they are about copyright claims and copyright strikes, and I believe they've actually kind of shifted the algorithm away from reaction content a little bit. So probably not the best time to be getting into that. Can I find any gold bubbles, or do I need another elixir? You missed the orange dress? They changed it the day after you started playing. Oh no. The orange dress was so good. I think they've well and truly moved on from it now, but I wish they would give it to us. I do love reaction content though.
I could use a helping hand over here.
It's usually for like very specific things. The Hunger Games, a great thing to watch people's reactions. Oh no! I didn't mean to pet you. Arcane, a great thing to watch people's reactions. Sinners, a little hit or miss because sometimes a little bit like you gotta kind of watch with like one eyebrow raised like The Rock for a little bit until you know that you're good, but then generally good. You wonder how really big channels that play unedited clips manage to not get strikes. Oh yeah, I'm not sure like about strikes, but I know for the most part, the way that people talk about it, like a lot of reaction channels, both music and like movie or show reaction channels, they don't really get to monetize their video because they end up getting claimed at the very minimum. So they tend to make most of their revenue off of their Patreons. And it's kind of like a thing where a lot of streamers will use TikTok to gain an audience because it's easier to be like, you're more discoverable on TikTok than you are on like a Twitch or something. So they'll gather interest on TikTok and then Twitch is like their moneymaker kind of thing. A lot of people will like gather their audience on YouTube reactions, but then like Patreon is where they actually make their money, you know? Mine for something shiny. Let me get an elixir. It's over here. I usually keep my main chest over by Goofy stall, so it's throwing me off not having it there for this. Oh, I only have one pickaxe pellet. That's a really fancy one. That's unfortunate. Use. That sounds so complex. You're glad you're not interested in content creation. It's really not too bad. It's like, I mean, it's not too bad to understand. Obviously, like actually building a community or a brand or an income or something is a little bit different, but it's essentially, yeah. It's actually really interesting to hear about. I have like a lot of respect for people who have like really big platforms and stuff. It's a lot of work. Memory finish. Oh my goodness. You want to know what one of my favorite lines is from Hercules? It's silly because like, I don't know why. It's just the way that it said. So like, okay. When the Titans are all like escaping here, right? And I guess spoilers for Hercules if you haven't seen it a little bit, I guess. Hades is like commanding them to go get Zeus or whatever, right? And then there are the different Titans that are like elementals sort of in the Hercules movie, and one is like crush him, and one is like freeze him, and then there's the one that's the tornado and it's just like blow him away. And the way that it says blow him away is very funny. It's one of my favorite parts of Hercules, right up there with somebody call IXII. Maybe complex is not the right word, but definitely have to have the drive for it. Oh, for sure. It's funny because you have the same thing about the Italian version for the same exact line. I'm glad that this transcends language because it's true. It really brings me so much joy. Hercules has 10 out of 10 comic relief. It's so good. It's so funny. Olympus would be that way is one of your favorite lines just for the delivery. That one's good too. I mean, Hercules is just so good. Okay. We got the shiny things. Let's see what we can get. I mean, the Dreamlight grind is something that we'll, you know, we'll be working on. We have... I feel like we can get most of these things. Maybe even everything, because... probably not. Anyway, we'll get that. We'll get this. We'll get this. With the skirt is so funny. Almost 100 likes on stream. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you haven't liked yet, please do. I would appreciate it. Helps out the channel, the algorithm, all the content creation things, and I appreciate it. You just crafted a bunch of Dreamlight for those tasks. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, actually, let me just grab this. Grab this. You uncrafted your large chest for that. Oh, that makes sense too. Okay. I think that's everything here. Bonus rewards. I want this one or do I want this one? Just give me this one. Okay, let's go check this out. I'm going to go over to a floating island again, actually. There we go. And move this out of the way so we can look at this stuff. That can go indoor only? Who? Oh, okay. Well, I gotta look at that too. But let me just say, you can say what you want about the drop pillar. It can go outside though. Anyway, we have that, this that we just got. I guess I can pull out the rest of the stuff too, so we can look at it all together. Oh, that was a very weird lighting glitch. We have this. Got the TV. Yes. This. This. Oh, and the jukebox. Okay. I think that's all the furniture. Most, if not all, of the other pillars can go outside. Well, yes. This is a cute star path, okay? Like, at least with the furniture is the best part. I really like the snack bar. Oh, wait, there's one other furniture thing I didn't pull out. This, the movie tickets. Uh-huh. I think it's really cute. It kind of reminds me of some of the parks Star Path things. I mean, not specifically like the, well, the ones that have to do with the Disney parks. You know what I mean? And it's really fun. It certainly is a star path that GameLoft chose to pour resources and time into, and that's very interesting. I'm not sure how to read that. What's the tone of that message? I do like the furniture. I feel like some of the clothing I'm not as big of a fan of. We've been over these dresses and how I feel like or about it. Sarcasm, that's how I read it, but I'm not 100% sure. This dress I like better, but I still just can't get over the clipping, and it does fit weird in this kind of area. I do like the backpack a lot. The sunglasses are cute. They're a bit of fun. No, why am I wearing the skirt? That's unnecessary. This outfit, it's like cute, but I don't like that the camera is attached to the top. Also, the fact that the strap of the camera, like, I feel like for where it's hanging, it's either too thin or too similar to the color of the shirt here. Because it looks like the camera's just floating attached to our chest. Like, if the strap of the camera holder thing was a different color and stood out more against the collar, I would like it more. Or if it was thicker so that you could kind of see it from afar. But I don't mind the outfit. I think it's kind of cute. I just wish the camera wasn't attached. You think most of it is a mess, but some people will like it and that's what matters. Yeah, I feel like... Yeah, it's definitely very specific, the theme of the Star Path, where like we have other things that are also specific, but I don't know. But I feel like this is something that I like more than... I know I'm a Halloween Star Path hater. I can't help it. It's just who I am. I prefer something like this over a Halloween Star Path. I'm going to use this more likely than I'm going to use Halloween stuff. The outfit's fine. This dress is... the zipper detail in the back is cute. It's got little V8 cafe things. And is this Flo? I told you I don't like cars. I think that's Flo. It's got... I think this is meant to be a record. This dress is the cutest of the bunch, I think. But there's also still something about it that just feels a little weird. I can't quite put my finger on it. Those shoes are not the shoes for this, but just let it happen for now. Yeah. like also something about the... What do I not really like about this? I know this is based off of an actual piece of merch that you can buy for your physical human self. I feel like it's something about like the neckline. It's not really like square, but it's like kind of trying to be square, but it's kind of like curved downwards slightly. And then you've got like the pink that's kind of cute, but like the turquoise cuff kind of feels a little weird at the edge. Like, I don't hate it. I think it has potential. There's just something about it that's a little strange. You don't know what's going on with the dresses, though. The clipping, the fact that they look kind of low res. Yeah. I mean, like, again, I do think this one is the best of the bunch with the outfits, but the other two are kind of just like functionally a mess. Not even like design wise, although they're not my favorite design wise. They just like are weird in the way that they're structured around our character, the clipping issues, and like this random like glitch happening on the skirt, and it happens on this skirt and on this skirt, which is weird. I mean, because it's the same, it's, in case you didn't know, this is the same dress. They just changed the color of it. But yeah, all in all, the star path is cute. The traffic cone building, I'm pretty sure is gonna feel cursed. I don't really like that house, but I like all of the drive-in stuff. I like the drive-in stuff. I like the diner stuff. I wish they had changed the other screen. Is it called projector? The way I was trying to find out what it was called last time too. I wish they had changed this projector to also display memories. Because frankly, I think I would rather use something like this. I like this. This is also like a parks kind of display, but like the Children's Science Center outer space background doesn't actually feel to me like it goes with the aesthetics of the rest of this. Does that make sense? Like the coloring and the design is very different. So like if I'm building a drive-in with all of this stuff, wouldn't I want this to kind of be consistent with the style of this stuff? I feel like this works better even if it's smaller, but those are my 2 cents. You wish the skirt looked floppier when you're not running? That would be nice. You don't get how they can do stuff like the Aurora and Maleficent dresses we just got, and then this. I mean, how do I say it? An uncharitable take would be that the Star Path items are not pulling a profit for them because you can pretty much do the Star Path for free. So there could potentially be slightly less incentive to make things that are more detailed or higher quality. And they have more incentive to do that with the premium shop because they're making a profit off of those items. That is, again, an uncharitable opinion that I don't know that I necessarily have, but I feel like that argument could be made. I kind of want to put butterflies here. That's why I came here. But yeah, I like this star path. It's not my absolute favorite star path. It's not my least favorite star path. Actually, do I want to put these here before I finish filming my tour? I've started filming some of my Storybook Vale tour, but I haven't done the Teapot Falls yet. Okay, well, maybe I don't have to do this on stream, though. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up, I think. Hi, Blondie. Hello. I hope you're having a good day. The Star Path furniture is 10 out of 10, but the clothes are like a 3 out of 10 for you. I would say I feel somewhat similarly. The furniture is probably like an 8 to 9 out of 10 for me. The clothing is probably like, yeah, a 3 out of 10 or something like that. I'm going to see if anybody else is streaming and we can go and hang out with them. I'm doing reading slash productivity stream, or yeah, reading slash productivity sprints tomorrow on stream at 10 a.m. Eastern. The link will be in my posts here on YouTube or over on the Discord if you want to join in. I'm going to be finishing up our book club book, but you can do whatever you want to do. We are going to go see Poppy, who's checking out Refresh Day in Dreamlight Valley. So please stop by, share some love if you have the time. Don't forget to like my stream on your way out. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be back on Sunday for some more Dreamlight Valley. And have a good weekend. Goodbye, everybody.